Do you know what artists like Zara Larsson, Sabrina Carpenter, and Kehlani have in common? They've all been in the game for over a decade and they're just starting to pop off. Now, this isn't by accident. This is actually a cycle that every artist, every creative, every entrepreneur is going to have to go through in order for them to succeed. So, if you are an aspiring songwriter, musician, creative entrepreneur, and you haven't put in your 10 years yet, don't give up. Your success is around the corner. I'm going to explain to you exactly why this happens. Now, when you first start off with your creative endeavor, with your dream, right? You are this young thing that's like just going based off of pure passion. And I remember watching Kehlani as a kid in Pop Life on America's Got Talent. I don't know if you guys know this about her, but she was the lead singer of a group called Pop Life, and I loved them. I loved them when I was a kid, and as an adult, I totally forgot about her. And one day I saw one of her songs pop off, and I was just like, wait, Kehlani, that name sounds so familiar. She seems so familiar. And I looked it up and was like, yeah, that's the lead singer in Pop Life. So now, why is this important? When you first start off, when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, when you're in your young 20s and you're just like, I want to do this thing, I have this big dream, you are running off of pure passion. And because you have this pure passion and you probably have this pure talent, this gift that you feel so called to share, which is why you're so passionate about it, because you know deep down in your soul that you are here to share that passion, you just want to share it with the world. And you start to see a little bit of success, maybe some recognition. You're just so happy to be doing what it is that you're doing, and then you decide, okay, now I really want to be seen. I want to be the best. So you create some success, you try harder. And then what happens is that doubt starts to creep in because now you're comparing yourself. Maybe you get some help and they're telling you that you need to do XYZ in order to get to where you want to go. And you're like, but I don't really want to do that. And you're just like, well, maybe I have to play the game, right? Other people's voices come in, other people's vision for you come in. People who have seen you, they have a vision that they want to mold you to, but it might not be your own. So then you're going through all this stuff and you're thinking, well, maybe I need to just try harder. And so you try harder, but you don't really get much further, right? You don't really have much to show for it. And then you also might be waning in that passion. Maybe it's not as exciting. Maybe you don't really want to do it anymore. And you wonder if this dream is even for you. And if you're doing this all on your own, maybe you learn helplessness. And this is a psychological principle of just trying so hard to get out of like where you're at, but you just can't. And so you just learn to give up, right? So maybe you reach this point of learned helplessness. Maybe you reach this point of burnout, of creative burnout, of burnout from trying so hard, burnout of disappointment. Maybe you reach this tipping point where you're like, maybe I should just really give up on this thing. This is that tipping point in which around year 7 you get to the point of, if you can reach to year 7 and you keep going, you decide, I'm going to keep committing to this thing, and you put in your 10 years,